Congratulations, you're a content creator and it's time to start growing your brand and your audience. And you've decided it's going to be a great idea to set some goals for yourself to help you get there. Now, that is a great idea, but how exactly do you go about setting goals as a content creator? Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. Hey guys, Miles today bringing you a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be discussing setting goals as a creator and then also creating a content map to help you achieve those goals. Now recently Alpha Gaming released a video titled reacting to Ludwig's how to grow on Twitch video, which was basically, Ludwig's video was basically a video discussing how to grow on Twitch, and it's really relevant because his streaming career and Twitch career has really taken off over the last 2 years, which is different than someone like Ninja who started streaming way back and just had this slow and steady growth. Ludwig's, was really relevant because it's recent. It has to do with how to grow today with the way that Twitch and YouTube and TikTok and everything works in today's world. And then Alpha Gaming reacted to that and gave some insight. Now that video is going to be linked down below, so if you want to watch it, feel free to check it out. But today I figured we would talk about some of the things mentioned in that video. The big one being setting goals. Now, some people, when they think of setting goals, they think of setting kind of analytical goals or things that deal with numbers, followers, viewer counts, subscriptions, things like that. And while those goals are good to have, they're not necessarily realistic because they're out of your control. And this is something that Alpha Gaming or Harris Heller mentioned in his video. Those goals rely on somebody else. They rely on somebody to decide to follow you or decide to subscribe or click your video. It's not stuff that you are in direct control over. Obviously, you can do things to make your video maybe more clickable or viewable with a good thumbnail, a good title, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's up to the viewer or the person scrolling on the internet to decide to give you their attention or not. So he mentioned setting goals that you can actually do and that you have complete control over, which is something that I did probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. I kind of made a list of goals for myself this year throughout the year of 2021. And, one of those is an analytical goal. I would like to get this channel to 500 subscribers, and I'd like to see some numbers on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook as far as live streams. But what's more important is the goals I set to allow me to achieve those goals. Basically my content map, which we will talk about in just a moment. Now, before we go into the content map, I do think it's really important for everyone to kind of think of almost like a mission statement, which I developed mine in 2015, I believe. And at the end of the day, it basically came down to entertaining people, inspiring people, and also educating or teaching them through videos, content, and whatnot, different social medias that come out. At the end of the day, educate, inspire, and entertain are like the 3 goals of all of my content. So it's important to come up with your own mission statement, figure out what you want to do, and that's going to also help direct where your content goes in a sense, which will help down the road as you're developing your content map. So what are some goals that you can control? You have uploads, a certain amount of videos a week maybe, or per month, certain posts, X amount of pieces of content a day across different platforms, setting a consistent stream schedule so that people know when to come watch you. This is something I've recently done and I will mention at the end of the video. But it's all stuff like that, developing different skills, whether it's learning how to video edit better, color correct, how to operate your camera better, stuff like that. Those are all things that you have direct control over. If you're just starting out, maybe something that's really important to you is learning how to video edit. Before you really can make any content, you need to know how to edit at least to a small extent. So that could be a small goal for you. And once you meet that, well, now you can focus on delivering 1 video a week or 1 video a month if you're really new. So make sure that you're setting goals that you can actually control and that you can actually obtain, and it doesn't rely on anybody else doing anything for you. Some other goals that are going to be a little bit more arbitrary would be things such as providing value. This is something that I look at a lot for myself. I really want to be able to provide my viewers value in some way. Now, when I watch people like Marquez Brownlee, he provides a lot of value as far as like general tech information. When I watch someone like Alpha Gaming, he provides value in things that can help make your content better and your stream better. And then you have people like Optic and Hex, where a lot of the value they're providing is really just entertainment, which is value, I'm not going to say entertainment is not valuable, but something that I am looking to do is where can I provide the most value to my audience? And I think that can be general consumer-based tech, not like the really nerdy details of things, but just general consumer tech, perhaps some editing tips along the way. I'm sure that I'm not the best editor around, but I'm also not the worst editor, and I do have a fair amount of time in Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro at this point. So stuff like that, maybe some Call of Duty tips, in-game and out-of-game tips, stuff like this even. These are good, valuable things, and it's stuff that's in my mind all the time is how can I provide value? So that's another good goal that you can set that's not really number related. Maybe you want to have a certain amount of hours that you've streamed or a certain amount of hours that you've spent on a certain craft developing it and developing a skill and really hardening that. Set aside 2 hours a day to focus on that. Those are good goals. Now that you've decided that you have some goals and they're things that you can control, it's time to talk about your content map. So for me, I have my analytical goals, which is 500 subscribers by the end of the year. But how am I going to get there? Well, it starts by having content map. So I have 1 video a week. That's my goal. I'm going to see how that works out over the next couple of months. If I can maintain it and manage 1 video a week, I may bump that to 2 videos a week. On top of that, I want to be streaming 2 days a week. I have set a set stream schedule. That does make sense. Saturday and Sunday evenings, I will be live. This is Pacific Standard Time evenings, by the way. Saturday, I will be live on Twitch in either gaming or probably just chatting, where I can talk about stuff like this and you guys can ask questions. And then on Sunday, I will be live on YouTube and or Facebook Gaming. That will be more gaming content for sure, but you can definitely still stop by and ask whatever questions if you found this video and you're wondering what you can do to better yourself, or if you just have general questions or you just want to hang out, come hang out. Saturday and Sunday, Twitch, and then YouTube and Facebook. So streaming 2 days a week, 1 video a week. My Brick by Brick podcast, which just launched, will be going up every other week. And as I can get more guests more continuously and more readily available, that podcast will move to a weekly structure. On top of that, Tony and I are going to be launching a podcast, which will likely be in every other week, so that I will have a podcast episode every week, but from a different show. So, Sunday will be Brick by Brick, and that might go up on the 1st and 3rd Sunday of the month. And then on the 2nd and 4th week of the month, maybe a Sunday, I don't know. That will be Tony and I. So you will get a podcast episode every week, but they will be from different podcasts, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. It's not that hard. Outside of the podcast, uploading and streaming, I do want to get more consistent when it comes to general social media posts. I want to start doing kind of written posts where I can talk about stuff like this in a written format. Some people consume their content that way, and it's much easier for them. I want to get better with social medias such as Instagram and TikTok. I am trying to work on a TikTok strategy, a content map. I'm trying to figure out what kind of stuff I want to do on there. Don't really know, so if you guys have anything that you'd like to see, please let me know in the comment section below. Instagram, I do have some ideas for that. It's just a matter of getting them done, but that's a later goal. That'll be once I get this first few streaming and videos and podcasting really ironed out and on a schedule, then I can add to that content map by adding Instagram and hopefully a TikTok strategy as well. TikTok, I think I just said TikTok. Did I say it? And hopefully a TikTok strategy as well. And hopefully a TikTok. And then on top of those content goals, I do have some personal goals that are kind of on this, not necessarily on the side, but they have a little bit less to do with content directly and they're more personal. I recently started learning Russian using the Babbel app. It was like $45 for an entire year. They were running some sort of deal, and I've kind of always wanted to learn Russian, so отлично, which means great. Yeah, I'm doing okay so far. Super fun goal there, and I think it is important to have goals that are non-content related, things that you can just kind of overall develop. And then on top of that, kind of developing my skill set further so that I can hopefully have a career within the gaming, esports, kind of content creator industry. There's a lot of hand movements there. But further developing my skills, getting better at color grading, picking up more equipment, like just generally getting better at this sort of stuff and working softwares, etc. just to better myself, I guess. Which those will obviously affect the content as well. I think that about sums it up though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions relating to anything discussed in this video, please come find me on Twitch on Saturdays, YouTube and or Facebook on Sundays. It'll be Pacific Standard Time evening, so probably the stream will probably start on those days somewhere between 6 and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know it's not the best, but it's what I can manage right now. So again, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, the links are going to be in the description below as always. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. You guys know all that. And share this video with your friends if you found it useful. And as always, happy creating.